Bhagavath Katha. It is in English. Otherwise, if anybody is not under किसी को समझ में आए तो मैं हिंदी में या तेलुगु में अनुवाद करूँगा. Like, please raise your hands for translation. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Veswami Namini. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Veswami Namini. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Please tell loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Loudly please, it is going recorded. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I express all my gratitudes and make many praises to Srila Prabhupada for giving all of us a golden opportunity to go back to Godhead. All goes to Srila Prabhupada for his devotional services to Srimati Radharani and Lord Gopinath. Om, please tell loudly. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Hare Krishna, we are in the Bhagavath Katha. This is generally in English only. Otherwise, if you want, I can translate to Hindi or Telugu wherever it's required. And today and tomorrow evening we have Mahabharata in Hindi, and Thursday we have Ramayana in Hindi. That is in the evening. Those the Mahabharata and Hindi are in the evening. Morning is only Bhagavath Katha. We are in the first canto of the total 12 cantos of Bhagavatham compiled by Vysadeva Bhagwan. He has compiled the Mahabharata, the great epic, in 1 lakh verses, and also has made 18 Puranas and Upapuranas. After doing all that, he started compiling Bhagavatam. In that one, because it is not for him to make any money, it's only for our benefit he has made all these things. Because on those days, there's nothing in writing. Only on Talapatra it was there. And it cannot be written in many times and it cannot be sold like that. Only once it was written, that was later, subsequently in the recent times, printed and published. So, it is only for our benefit. Vysadeva Bhagwan has done all these works. Because in Kali Yuga Samaya, people are ignorant. They don't understand any scripts properly. And for us, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada has given us in the translations in different languages. Prabhupada has done a great job giving us in the Bhagavatam in English version and Bengali version, Hindi versions. So later they are also printed in other languages, regional languages like Telugu, Kannada, other things. And we need to understand from the first canto itself. Now in the first canto we are in the 5th chapter. In this 5th, what happened till 4th chapter when Bhagavan was compiling, he is himself is the incarnation of Krishna Paramatma. He is this all knowledge, he has all knowledge. He does not have any spiritual master like others. So Vyasa Bhagavan, while compiling this one, he had, for the benefit of human beings in Kali Yuga, how to put it. When he was thinking of that one at the time, Devarsi Narada, who is also incarnation of Krishna, incarnated, and he advised, directed Vyasa Bhagavan how to go ahead in the proper language. So this 13th verse I shall repeat 3 times. Tell slowly, later I will give the narration. Please tell slowly, I will repeat. Ato Mahabhaga. Loudly please. Ato Mahabhaga Bhavan Amogadruk, Tuchi Sravaha, Satyarato, Drutavrataha, Urukramasya Kila, Bandamuktaye, Samadhinu Sumara, Tat Visishtatam, Ato Mahabhaga, Bhavan Amogadruk, Tuchi Sravaha, Satyarato, Drutavrataha, Urukshamasya Kila, Bandamuktaye, Samadhina Anuspara, Tat Vichistitam, Ato Mahabhaga, Bhavan Amogadruk, Srutisravaha, Satyarato, Drutavrataha, Urukshama Syakila, Bandamuktaye, Samadhina Anusmara, Tat Vichistitam, Ato Mahabhaga, Bhavan Amogadruk, Srutisravaha, Satyarato, Drutavrataha, Urukshama Syakila, Bandamuktaye, Samadhinu Anusmara, Tad Vichistitam. The word meaning of this verse is Ato means therefore, Mahabhaga, highly fortunate, Bhavan, yourself, Amogadru, the perfect seer, Shuchi, spotless, Swaha, famous, Satyarataha, having taken the vow of truthfulness, Drutavrataha, fixed in spiritual qualities, Urukshamaya, of the one who performs supernatural activities, Akila, universal, Bandha, bondage, Muktaya, for liberation from, Samadhina, by trance, Anuspara, think repeatedly and then describe them, Tat Vichistitam, various pastimes of Lord. Narada Maharshi, while giving instructions to Sri Vysadeva, see, Devarshi, Narada is a Devarshi. He can travel any universes anytime. Like that, Vyasa Bhagavan is also incarnate of Krishna. Both are incarnate of Krishna. But otherwise, he is addressing Vyasadeva and he is advising how to put this Bhagavatam before the general people who are ignorant in the Kali Yuga. Oh Vyasadeva, your vision is completely perfect because it cannot be wrong. He is Krishna Paramatma himself. So he is telling your vision is completely perfect. Your good fame is spotless. You cannot show any thing wrong in the compilations of any of his writings. So there is no, he is spotless. You are firm in vow and situated in truthfulness. भगवान से जो दूसरा कोई सत्य बोलने वाला नहीं, he is the truthful person and he is saying that in his vow जो भी प्रण लिए है, he is very firm and दृढ़ता है और he is situated in truthfulness and thus you can think of the pastimes of Lord in trance for the liberation of people in general. Vyasa Bhagavan himself is the incarnation of Krishna. He knows all the incarnation of Krishna. We know only few. But otherwise Vyasa Bhagavan knows everything and he can think of his earlier pastime because he has to put it in a right way. So you can think of pastimes of Lord in trance. जो भी उनका लीला है रहते, he can see all those leelas and he can put for the purpose of liberation of people. Again for the purpose of what is liberation? Liberation is nothing but it is salvation. It is called as moksha. Moksha means we are taking many births one after the other. It is not human birth. Now we have a human birth, again next we are not going to get human birth. Because during human birth we have intelligence. Since all the people they misutilize that one, they commit sins as well as good deeds. Punya and Papa, both of them they are doing. So if they go do Punya, they go to higher planet. If they go do Papa, they go to lower planet or take the birth of animals and birds' life. So like that we have taken many births. So for us to get out of this birth cycle, we need to remember God at the end of our leaving this body. For that purpose, we need to practice chanting the mantras and remembering him, so that at the end we will be able to remember him, so we will get out of this moksha, liberation. And that is what he is telling, transfer the liberation of the people in general from all material bondage. Material bondage means in this nature there are three different types of gunas are there. We are attracted by those gunas. We are attracted by those gunas, sattva guna, rajas guna and tamasa guna. Out of these gunas, sattva guna, that is the most guna we need to have. We should have at least Shuddha Sattvika, but even we have Sattva guna also is good. It's an intellectual quality. The other thing, Rajasika and Tamasika, they are the things which bind us in this life, one after the other. So we should avoid to being attracted with having attachment to those gunas. People in general have a taste for literatures of by instinct. Different people, there are so many literatures, not only spiritual, many literatures are there, many novels are there. The people are interested in to just spend the time. Unnecessarily they go through those so many books. That's all taste of literatures are there in general. They want to hear and read from the authorities something about the unknown. See, when in college and school, they tell so many stories. It can be a real or just moral stories. So they, until unless one explains it, they don't understand. Similarly, all the spiritual literatures like Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavata, Puranas, Upapuranas, all these things, if we hear through a master who is perfect in preaching that one, then only we can understand. We might in the books, we might have books. Again, there are so many books, numerous books are available in the market, but we need to go by only absolutely original scriptures, printed and published by original scriptures. The Bhagavatham given by us, by Srila Prabhupada and Chaitanyaprabhu, they are original scriptures as told by, instructed by Bhagavan to his disciples. And Mahabharata as instructed to his disciples, it is presently published by Gorakhpur Press, and this Ramayana also published by Gorakhpur Press, and also Ramakrishna Machine, that's a correct books. They have to be followed. But otherwise, in many bookshops you get many different authors. They have done only for earning the money. Earning the money you done. Whereas in this Ramakrishna Machine or Gorakhpur Press, you get it at a substrate price. Cost to cost you get it. Here also you get it at cost to cost only. So it's a original book. Whereas the books what you take in the bookshop for making money, publishers they change according to the taste of the persons. They change the entire story itself. Presently the Mahabharata, Ramayana shown in the TV is also 100% wrong. Disney Hotstar is 100% wrong. B.R. Chopra at least 30%, 40% correct. And Ramayana by Raman Sagar is also wrong. So only to attract, because the settings are good, expression of dialects is good, but that one, they change the narration itself. Like that, only for example, I am illustrating Ramana, there is no Lakshmana Rekha. They say that Lakshmana Rekha is painted by Lakshmana. It is not at all there in the original Ramayana. And as well, Ravana, they show that he did not touch Sita, he has lifted with the earth. That is also wrong. He has lifted Sita directly, touching her. On the left hand, his head, and on the right hand, this one below the upper arm, upper legs, he lifted her. There is nothing like lifting with earth. So like that, many changes are there. Even in Mahabharata, while this one, he tried to destroy Draupadi. They show that Krishna is manifested over there, and he has blessed her with the sari. Nothing like that one. He just manifested himself, her existing clothes itself, and saw that it is as long as Dushasana pulled it, it was coming out. Like that he made. So there are so many changes are there. Not only this thing, only for telling you example, I will illustrate this thing. So want to hear and read from the authorities something about the unknown, but their taste is exploited by the unfortunate literatures which are full of subject matter for satisfaction of the material senses. That is what I was explaining you. For attracting people, they made it so many changes, and it's all for them to make money. They attract the people so that we pay them for the books or whatever it is, and they, like that they are making money. Such literatures contain different kinds of mundane poems and philosophical speculations, more or less under the influence of Maya. Maya ending in sense grasping. There are so much many changes they have made, they attract that you don't even understand whether it is the original or duplicate. They think whatever they present is original. For that one you pay higher price and you obtain it. Those literatures, although worthless in the true sense of them term, are variously decorated to attract the attention of less intelligence. If we go through those literatures, it is waste of time, waste of money, it's waste of energy spending your time with those books like that. They are very much decorated also to attract the attention of the less intelligent people. In Kali Yuga, many people, most of them, they are only unintelligent people. Unintelligent, they might be qualified. They will be having PhD degrees, they might be having IAS, IPS or the medical graduations, everything. But otherwise, they are not intelligent. Here, intelligent means what is our life? Who are we? From where we have come? Where we should go? What is our original abode? Who is the Supreme God? All these things to be understood. For understanding this, we need to be intelligent. Only the persons who understand these things are called intelligent people. Thus, the attracted living entities are more and more entangled in material bondage. We are all entangled. We are all entangled in material bondage. As soon as we go out of the temple, we see something attractive, we go along with one. Just we'll be going for desiring to have that one, we will be having so much of attachment. In this world, everything they make very attractive, whether it is food, tasty food, clothes, very beautiful, different colors, different designs, and whatever movies or papers, anything you find, they make it attractive so that everyone is attracted and they have a desire to procure them. So they thus attracted living entities are more and more entangled in the bondage without hope of liberation for thousands and thousands of generations. Here again, by the attraction, what happens is until unless we get, we will not be happy. If somebody is possessing that one, we try to snatch it from him by legal or illegal means. So, like that we are committing only sins. Once we do these sins, we are going to take weak animal life, or we may go to hell like that. Sri Narada Maharshi, being the best among the Vaishnavas, he is the best among the Vaishnavas because he will be always chanting the Narayana mantra itself. Wherever whether he goes to the demons, asuras, or he go to devatas, or even he go to any other enemies of God, also to the devotee's place, he only takes the Narayana name and he can travel all through the universe as he likes, as he desires. So, he is the best among the Vaishnavas. Whoever worships Krishna or his all other incarnations, any incarnation, not that all other, it can be any incarnations of like Krishna, like whether it is Rama Avatara or Nrsimha Avatara or Varaha or Srinivasa, whatever it is. He is having some thousands and thousands of avatars, not just 10 avatars, 10 avatars. So, since Narada Varshi, he is only the believer, truthful believer of Narayana, he is the Vaishnava. Again here Narayana is nothing different from Krishna. Because Krishna is black in color, he is called as Krishna. Nara means all living beings. Ayana means we are depending, all living beings are depending for our food, shelter, water, air, everything on the Supreme God, who is the provider of all those things. For that reason he is called as Narayana. Whether it is Narayana, Vishnu. Vishnu is, since he is always all over, spread over, he is known as Vishnu. So all these names are different names of Krishna himself. So it is nothing different. So this Narada is very compassionate towards such unfortunate victims of birthless literatures. He only preaches, truly preaches, sincerely preaches about the Vaishnava. And thus he advises Srila Vysadeva to compose transcendental literature which is not only attractive but can also be actually bring liberation from all kinds of bondage. He, though Vyasa Bhagavan himself is Krishna Paramatma, he gives, because he was in a thinking how to put it in the proper fashion for the people to understand in the Kali Yuga time. We are in the Kali Yuga time. Presently only 5,250 years has passed. Still another 4,26,750 years is there for this Yuga to end. So the Dharma is also, as per the Shastras, they say 75% Adharma and Dharma is 25%. But I think it's my view that maybe 99% is Adharma. Only 1% is happens to be Dharma. And by the end of this one, it would be 100% Adharma, Kali Yuga, which we will never see, because our lifespan is only 100 years. Our lifespan is only 100 years, still 4,26,000 years for Kali Yuga. So this Narada advises Vyasa to compose transcendental literature. All is, it's not myth. These literatures are not myth, they are all transcendental. वो तो भगवान की सही लीला है, वो तो माया नहीं होता. Everybody thinks it's as a maya, magic. No, it is not maya or magic. It is the truth, full his leela. And in different avatars, he has done many transcendental activities. So, Vyasa is advised to prepare this Bhagavatam, explain the proper transcendental activities of the Lord, Krishna. Vyasadeva or his representatives are qualified because Vyasadeva and his representatives are pure in thought due to their spiritual enlightenment. Since Vyasa Bhagavan himself is the incarnation of God, he is pure and he made his devotees or the disciples also very pure to follow him. And pure in thought due to their spiritual enlightenment, fixing their vows due to devotional service and determine and deliver the fallen souls rotting in material activities. Parikshit Maharaja, he was cursed. He was actually Dharmaraja Yudhishthira, Pandava's elder brother. He ruled the entire world as Samrat, emperor, for 36 years. Whereas his Abhimanyu's son, Parikshit, that is grandson of Dharmaraja, he ruled over the entire world as a Samrat for 60 years. He was better emperor than Dharmaraja. And only the end of his lifetime, just before 7 days before his lifespan is to be completed, he put a dead snake around the neck of a rishi who was meditating, because Parikshit Maharaja went on hunting to kill wild animals and save the rishis from wild animals. At that time he was feeling thirsty. When he approached this rishi in the ashram for having some water, rishi could not see the king coming to his ashrama because he was in deep meditation. Parikshit Maharaja found a dead snake over there. In anger, he put that snake in his neck and went away. His son, just about 10 years old son, he came from playing with his friends, saw the dead snake in his father's neck, and he just cursed the king. But not king, he does not know who has put. Just this curse saying that who had put this dead snake in this neck of his father, who died by the snake bite within 7 days. Like that curse was given. So, to liberate this Parikshit Maharaja, Sukha Maharshi fortunately in the same time he came out there and understanding the plight of the Parikshit Maharaja, 7 days and nights without hunger and thirst, he sat over and explained the Bhagavatam on the banks of Ganges, and also Parikshit Maharaj also heard with sincere concentration the entire thing. Now I am explaining you in English because we cannot understand each word of the sloka. Even a letter of a sloka we don't understand. Every letter has a meaning, different meaning. And that we were fortunate that Prabhupada has given us this in English means. So at that time, Parikshit Maharaja was a Sanskrit scholar. He could understand this one. Like that, Sukamarshi has explained the entire Bhagavatam of 12 cantos containing 18,000 verses and saw that he is liberated because he is the born out of the blessings of Krishna himself. Krishna blessed Parikshit Maharaj in the womb of Uttara itself when Ashwatthama tried to kill him in her womb. So since he is Krishna's pure devotee, he is liberated. So similarly, Narada Maharshi tells to train the advisors that they are rightly trained to see things in their perspective. Srila Vysadeva and his representative pure thought due to their spiritual engagement, fixed in their house due to their devotional service and determined to deliver the fallen souls. We are all fallen souls. It's not that we can't identify any person. All are fallen, only few are liberated. We do not know who are those few. So it can be you and anybody, it can be any one of you also. But it all depends upon the efforts, what efforts you put. But at the same time, you need not renunciate any of your karma. You need to do your duty. While performing your duty, you follow these things. Then definitely you will be liberated. That is the efforts we need to do. The fallen souls are very eager to receive novel information every day. This in the newspaper, 2 days back about the swanning of Modi has come. We don't see that paper. On that day we see news, we have put it there. Yesterday we see the different portfolio allocations. We see the paper, put it again, the different place. Today we see, tomorrow we see Chandrababu's swanning in. Like that, different news will come. Not only swearing, different news come, but those newspapers are loose, best things. Just we read once and put it there. Sometimes we don't see because our own iPads and iPhone, all latest technology will give us all the latest information. But whereas Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, this Bhagavatam, they are these are scriptures. Every day you find new in it. Though you heard yesterday, again if you hear today the same thing, feel it, that is again is fresh in your mind. Never feel bored about it because it tells all about the transcendental activities of the Supreme God and the path to reach Him. That is the abode of the God where we need to reach after this life. The fallen souls are eager to receive novel information every day, and the transcendental like Vysadeva or Narada can supply such eager people in general and unlimited news from the spiritual world. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said that the material world is only part of whole creation, and that is earth is only a fragment of the whole material world. See, this is Akhila Kota Brahmanda. There are many universes, not one universe. In our universe there are many planets are there, and this earth is only a fraction of it. Though we find this earth is very big, it is not bigger, the only fraction of the universe. And this Akhila Kota Brahmanda, it is occupied in the whatever in the open space, 70% of the place, and remaining 20% is Lord Supreme Lord's original abode. That is known as Goloka Vrindavana, where we need to go. Otherwise also, in all the universes, all the crores of universes, in each universe, there will be Vaikuntha. In every universe there is a Vaikuntha, Kailasa and Brahmaloka. If you reach any of the Vaikuntha also, it's a moksha only. Because there Mahavishnu along with Lakshmi Devi will be sitting on the Adishesha. So again Adishesha is the Sankarsana incarnation of Sri Krishna Paramatma. So like that, even if we reach any of the Vaikunthas also, we are liberated. There are thousands and thousands of literary men all over the world, and they have created many thousands of literary works for the information of people in general for thousands and thousands of years. Many novels are there, many books are there. In all languages it's available, different books. So and it's coming through some thousands of years now. For at least for 2000 years it is coming, because English was English and Urdu, all these are the recent languages. Unfortunately, none of them are brought in peace and tranquility of the earth. They are never, they don't speak anything about the spirituality which we require to get rid of this birth and death cycle. This is due to the spiritual vacuum in those literatures. Therefore, the Vedic literature, especially the Bhagavad Katha and the Srimad Bhagavatham, are specially recommended to the suffering humanity. So, since those novels and those books, detective books, they don't help us in any way for our life struggle. Only these, again Vedas we can't understand. Veda was only one Veda. Now during Dwapara Yuga, when Vysadeva has incarnated, he has made it into 4 Vedas. Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharvaveda. But these 4 Vedas also we can't understand. So he has compiled Mahabharata, Valmiki by Ramayana, Mahabharata by Vyasa, Puranas, and this Bhagavad Katha is part of Mahabharata, and Srimad Bhagavatham independently by Vyasadeva. They tell us the details of the narration of activities of the same Lord Krishna, which alone can satisfy the hankering desires of the living being for the eternal peace and liberation for miseries. What is eternal? Eternal means we will not have any birth and death. What is birth and death? Atma is different, soul is different from this body. So this Atma, the soul will leave this body and takes another body. That is the death of this body. And again when we take another birth, whether it's animal birth or a human birth, that is known as a birth. So this birth and death is life after life. Life after life, we do not know, it is all based on our papa and punya, bad virtues and good virtues. So the eternal thing means we will be having, when we reach the Krishna Paramatma, the abode God, in any of the Vaikunthas, we will never come back to this earth to take any of the births. So that is the eternal life, and we have eternal happiness. Such transcendental narrations are the pastimes of Lord. It can be described only by the liberated souls like Vyasadeva and his bona fide representatives. Vyasadeva has imparted his knowledge to his disciples, from their disciples to their disciples, like that. This in process it is going on from disciple to disciple. So like that, this has come to Chaitanya Prabhu, from Chaitanya Prabhu his disciples, like that it has come to Srila Prabhupada, from Srila Prabhupada for the last 70 years we are having one by one. So like that we are following only the original version of the Vyasa Bhagwan's literatures. No one else can neither know or describe the acts of Lord. Other than the disciplic succession, other people they cannot explain properly, put forward this thing. So Bhagavatam are so precise and accurate that whatever descriptions has been predicted in their literature about 5,000 years ago is not exactly happening. Whatever has been described in this Bhagavatam is exactly happening. Therefore, the vision of the author comprehends past, present and future. It tells about the past also, what are these transcendental activities of Lord, as well as different activities taken placed during the Ramayana by Valmiki Maharshi, during Mahabharata by Dwapara Yuga, doing about Mahabharata by Vyasa Bhagavan, everything. Not only about Kauravas and Pandavas. In Mahabharata it is coming from the right from the creation of these all the universes. So we'll be knowing, and also it is telling about the future also. What is happening during the Kali Yuga, what is going to happen further in Kali Yuga, everything is narrated there. Such liberated persons, therefore the vision of author comprehends past, present, future. Such liberated persons as Vysadeva are perfect not only by the power of vision and wisdom, but also in oral reception, in thinking, feeling and all other sense activities. A liberated person possesses perfect senses. That means, perfect senses means he will keep his mind under control. Though he is in the same society as we are living, the perfect person will never be attracted with all these rajasic or tamasic activities, desires. A liberated person possesses perfect senses, and with perfect senses only can one serve the sense proprietor of Rishikesha. That is, Rishikesha means, again it is another name of Krishna Paramatma. Rishikesha means he is the controller of our mind. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatham, therefore, is the perfect description of all the perfect personality of Godhead by all the perfect personality through Vysadeva, the compiler of Vedas. Since we had earlier many lakhs of births, and by God's kindness and sympathy we have human life with intelligence in the present birth, we need to use our intelligence in a proper way. What is that means? If we follow the Dharma instructions while living, you have any number of goals, aims to achieve, and also you can possess the lot of wealth, you can possess everything, but otherwise you should acquire everything in a rightful way. It is not by stealing from somebody or injuring somebody, and also you should not harm any living beings. Any living beings, all living beings other than human beings also, you need to protect them. Because already so many animals, so many birds, they are becoming extinct. So we need to protect them. They are all created by the God for protecting this nature itself. So and also we need to avoid this life cycle of birth and death. For that reason, Krishna Paramatma during Dwapara Yuga, though only few people have followed, he thought it is correct if he incarnates himself as a devotee during Kali Yuga, so that people will believe him. Otherwise, if he tells that I am God, nobody will believe him. Only a devotee should tell about the God. So he has taken the birth as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about 600 years ago, and he has given us a Hare Krishna Mahamantra which is free of any regulation. That means we can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra anytime, anywhere, 24 hours into our lifetime. And we can remember God in various ways by glorifying all these transcendental events of the God to our parents, grandparents, friends, relatives. Need to discuss with them, because for some reason they may not be able to get this information. Now you glorify all these things to them. As well, to train your children in future in this, because we do not know when will our life come to end, whether it is children's life or our life, because some people at the time of birth or at the younger age they die. We might live for a longer time, or we might die also in between, we do not know. So at the end of the life, we have to remember Krishna Paramatma. Please practice this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is free from all regulations, as instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It should be chanted for 64 rounds on beat. But since we have less time, at least do one round at home or in the temple, wherever it is convenient, and remaining time with beads or without beads, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so that it becomes a practice. In the beginning, first 10 days, a week or 10 days, it might take some 15 minutes time. But once it is practiced, it will be only about 6 to 10 minutes. It will take less time. And while you can traveling, while taking your bath, food, or riding your car or bike, anything, you can chant that Mahamantra. Like that you practice. At the same time, you should not renunciate any of your karma. You need to do your karma duties. While doing your duty, you just pray to God to be your duty to be successful. That's all. He will take care of it. Whether to be successful or not, when it should be successful, He knows. He is the better person. He is the only person who knows what it should be given to us. And like that. So do your karma remembering God. We shall now chant Hare Krishna mantra 10 times and disperse for now. Today evening we have Mahabharata. Please chant Hare Krishna mantra loudly. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna mantra loudly 10 times please. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Swasti Prabhya Pariparantyam Nyayena Margena Mahimeshaha Go Brahma Shubhastu Nityam Samasta Loka Sugno Bhavantu Kayena Vacha Manasi Indrivya Buddhyatpate Swabhavan Karomi Yidyat Parsmai Naranati Sarpayami Sri Mannarthana Sarpam Sarvam Sri Krishna Mangalam Nitya Mangalam Jai Sri Radha Vipnath ki Jai Sri Jagannath Sodamai ki Jai Sri Nasim Bhagwan ki Jai Sri Bhayat Maharaj ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai Sri Panchatattva ki Jai Sri Madhbhagavatam Granth ki Jai Sri Hare Krishna Mantra ki Jai Sri Prabhupada ki Hare Krishna. This is recorded on YouTube.